What if you could look into the eyes of a mountain gorilla in the morning and chase the source of the Nile by afternoon? Welcome to Uganda. Where nature reveals its boldest secrets. Whether you seek primate encounters, legendary waterfalls, or vibrant village life, join me in discovering Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. First, I'll share some fun facts about Uganda, and then we'll begin our exploration of this beautiful African country. Also, stay with me until the end to discover the stunning region that earned Uganda its prestigious title, the Pearl of Africa. Fun facts about Uganda. In Jinja, the legendary source of the Nile River flows from Lake Victoria, beginning a journey that has fascinated explorers for centuries. Uganda is one of the last strongholds of the endangered mountain gorillas, found in the misty depths of Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. And in a rare twist of nature, Queen Elizabeth National Park offers a glimpse of tree-climbing lions, a sight few get to experience. Uganda is equally rich in culture, with over 50 ethnic groups, each adding its own music, dance, and traditions. Traditional rhythms like Bakasimba and Larakaraka fill the air at celebrations, expressing the soul of a nation. Coffee here is more than a drink. It's woven into everyday life. Uganda is one of Africa's top producers of Robusta coffee, and coffee tours reveal a passion that's rooted in both community and craftsmanship. The hospitality of Ugandans is legendary. Warm greetings and smiles are customary, reflecting a deep sense of community and openness. Street vendors proudly offer serene, fried grasshoppers, a seasonal delicacy adding to the rich culinary culture. And in the highlands of Kogzi, tea plantations stretch across lush hills, supporting local economies with some of Africa's finest green tea. The best places in Uganda. Lake Bunyonyi, Africa's second deepest lake, reaching depths of 900 meters. The name means place of many little birds in the local Rukiga language. It was formed when lava flows blocked a river valley, creating a natural dam. The lake's distinctive feature is its 29 islands scattered across the water like emerald jewels. The largest, Bwama Island, was once a leprosy treatment center established in 1931. Local fishermen used dugout canoes carved from eucalyptus trees to navigate between islands. Unlike most African lakes, Bunyonyi has no hippos, crocodiles, or dangerous fish, making it one of the few safe swimming spots in this region. The lake's isolation helped the Batwa Pygmies maintain their traditional way of life until the 20th century. Punishment Island, one of the smallest, has a dark history. Unmarried pregnant women were left here to die, though some were saved by poor men who couldn't afford marriage dowries. The terraced hills surrounding the lake are among Uganda's most photographed landscapes. Local farmers cultivate these slopes, growing sorghum, potatoes, and beans. Sipi Falls, a series of 3 spectacular waterfalls cascading down the slopes of Mount Elgon in eastern Uganda. The main fall drops 100 meters over a massive cliff edge, creating a constant mist that sustains a lush microclimate. The water originates from the mountain's natural springs and rivers, flowing year-round regardless of seasonal changes. Local farmers utilize the fertile volcanic soils to grow Arabica coffee at elevations reaching 1,775 meters. The coffee trees thrive in the combination of altitude, regular rainfall, and rich soil composition. Numerous caves dot the cliff faces, formed by ancient volcanic activity when Mount Elgon was still active. The falls are surrounded by a network of hiking trails offering views across the Karamoja Plains. During clear days, the visibility extends to Lake Kyoga in the west. The surrounding landscape transforms dramatically between seasons. Variant green during rainy months, transitioning to golden hues in the dry season. The Sabini people, who have lived here for generations, traditionally use the caves as storage spaces for grains and as a shelter during raids. The Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, located in southwestern Uganda. This ancient rainforest is one of Africa's most biologically diverse regions. It's home to half of the world's remaining mountain gorillas, around 400 individuals. Welcome to the Bwindi Impenetrable Forest, home to half of the world's mountain gorillas. This dense forest is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and offers a unique opportunity to observe these magnificent creatures in their natural habitat. The mountain gorillas live in family groups led by a dominant silverback male. Each group maintains a specific territory, moving daily to find fresh vegetation. The gorillas consume over 100 species of plants but favor wild celery, bamboo shoots, and fruits. A network of experienced trackers monitors the gorillas daily, allowing for controlled tourism while ensuring the primates' protection. Kidepo Valley, a remote savanna wilderness nestled in Uganda's northeastern corner bordering South Sudan and Kenya. The landscape consists of two wide valleys, Kino and Naras, dominated by seasonal riverbeds that vanish in the dry season. The park spans 1,442 square kilometers of semi-arid territory. Unlike Uganda's typically lush landscapes, Kenya presents a different face, vast golden plains punctuated by rocky outcrops and solitary mountains. The Naras Valley retains water throughout the year, making it a vital lifeline for wildlife during dry seasons. Animals concentrate around these remaining water sources, creating natural gatherings of diverse species. The valley holds one of Africa's most isolated lion populations. The park harbors over 77 mammal species, including rare creatures like the aardwolf and striped hyena, found nowhere else in Uganda. Rwenzori Mountains, rising along Uganda's western border with the Democratic Republic of Congo, stand the Rwenzori Mountains, often called the Mountains of the Moon. These peaks were once thought mythical by ancient Greeks. Unlike other African mountains, the glaciers formed during an ice age about 40,000 years ago, but due to climate change, they've shrunk by 80% since 1906. The mountains create their own microclimate, receiving over 3,000 millimeters of rain annually. This constant moisture has created an otherworldly landscape of giant groundsels and lobelias, some growing up to 16 meters tall. The vegetation zones change dramatically with altitude, from tropical rainforest at the base through bamboo forests and heather zones to the Afro-alpine moorland. The range contains some of the world's rarest plants, with 70% of them found nowhere else on Earth. The lower slopes are home to unique wildlife, including the endemic Rwenzori taco and the Rwenzori three-horned chameleon ginger, located at the source of the Nile River where Lake Victoria releases its waters northward. The city sits on the northern shores of the lake, making it Uganda's adventure tourism capital. The source of the Nile was discovered here by British explorer John S.P. in 1862. The convergence of lake and river creates powerful rapids, turning Jinja into Africa's whitewater rafting hub. Class 5 rapids challenge even experienced rafters, while the less adventurous can opt for gentler sections. Along the riverbanks, dense tropical vegetation creates a corridor of biodiversity. The town itself showcases colonial architecture from the British period, when it served as an industrial center due to its strategic location. Owen Falls Dam, built in 1954, harnesses the Nile's power, providing electricity to both Uganda and Kenya. The local fishing community still uses traditional methods to catch Nile perch and tilapia. Boats crafted from hollowed-out tree trunks dot the shoreline at dawn. The nearby Mbira forest harbors over 300 bird species and the rare gray-cheeked mangabe. Lake Victoria, Africa's largest lake by area and the world's largest tropical lake, spans across 3 countries, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania, with Uganda claiming the northern shore. The lake formed around 400,000 years ago when westward flowing rivers were blocked by tectonic uplift. Its relatively shallow waters, averaging 40 meters deep, create perfect conditions for frequent storms. Local fishermen call these sudden tempests serene, which can produce waves up to 4 meters high. The lake's primary inflow comes from rainfall and thousands of small streams, while the Nile begins its northward journey here. The shoreline is deeply indented, creating numerous bays, inlets, and over 3,000 islands. Fishing villages dot these islands, with wooden boats setting out at dawn for Nile perch, tilapia, and silver cyprinid. The latter, known locally as mukin, is drying on beaches, creating a distinctive shoreline scene. The lake's ecosystem has transformed dramatically since the 1950s when Nile perch was introduced. This predatory fish decimated native species, though it became a valuable export. Karowa, a remote region in northeastern Uganda encompassing about 27,000 square kilometers, the landscape is predominantly semi-arid savanna dotted with rocky outcrops and seasonal rivers. Its indigenous people, the Karo-Jong, are pastoral nomads who have maintained their traditional way of life for centuries. The region experiences extreme weather patterns, with intense dry seasons followed by brief but heavy rains. During dry periods, temperatures often exceed 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit. The Karam-Jong measure their wealth in cattle, which shape their entire culture and social structure. Their traditional houses, called manadas, are circular structures built from mud, wood, and thatch, arranged in clusters surrounded by thick thorn fences for protection. The region holds significant mineral deposits, particularly gold and marble. Mount Murado, an extinct volcano rising to 383 meters, dominates the eastern landscape. The mountain slopes host unique flora, including rare species of wild olives and junipers. In recent years, climate change has intensified the challenges of traditional pastoralism, forcing many Karam Majang to adopt alternative livelihoods. Kabale, perched at an altitude of 1,800 meters above sea level, is a mountainous district in southwestern Uganda, often called the Switzerland of Africa due to its terraced hills and cool climate. The landscape is dominated by steep ridges carved by ancient geological activity. The town serves as a gateway to several mountain gorilla sanctuaries at Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. Local farmers have adapted to the challenging terrain by creating an intricate system of terraced agriculture. These terraces, etched into the hillsides, prevent soil erosion while creating arable land for crops like sorghum, potatoes, and beans. Lake Bunyonyi, Africa's second deepest lake, lies nearby. Its waters reach depths of 900 meters and contain 29 islands. The lake's formation occurred when lava flows blocked a river valley, creating a natural dam. The surrounding area experiences 2 rainy seasons, which contribute to the region's lush vegetation. The town's architecture reflects its colonial past, with buildings dating back to the British administration. The local Baka people, known for their resilience, have inhabited these highlands for centuries, developing unique farming techniques suited to the steep terrain. Murchison Falls here, the Nile River channels through a narrow rocky gorge merely 7 meters wide before plunging for 43 meters with tremendous force. It's the world's most powerful waterfall, with water flowing at 300 cubic meters per second. Located at Murchison Falls National Park, Uganda's largest protected area, the falls create a permanent rainbow as water crashes onto ancient rocks below. British explorer Samuel Baker named them after Sir Roderick Murchison, president of the Royal Geographical Society. Before reaching the falls, the Nile flows calmly, spanning 50 meters wide. This sudden compression creates a thunderous roar, audible from several kilometers away. The water's force has carved distinctive patterns in the surrounding rocks over millennia. Below the falls, the river opens into a peaceful stream dotted with hippos and Nile crocodiles. The surrounding cliffs host unique species of plants that thrive in the constant mist. Rock prenols and small birds nest on the rocky outcrops near the falls, somehow maintaining their position despite the powerful spray. Mount Elon, an ancient extinct volcano straddling the border between Uganda and Kenya, rises to 4,321 meters above sea level. It boasts the largest volcanic base in the world, spanning 80 kilometers in diameter. The mountain formed over 24 million years ago during intense volcanic activity in the region. Its crater spans 8 kilometers across, making it one of Africa's largest intact calderas. That's about it. Would you like to visit Africa? Let me know in the comments. For more useful information, watch other videos from Beyond Borders.